How do I differentiate between self-love and narcissism? Imagine having to spend 24 hours with yourself, just you and your reflection, no Netflix series, no distracting workouts. Would it be a relaxing spa day? Or the toughest reality show torture of all time? Are you still in the love yourself VIP zone, or are you already in ego megastar dreamland? This very question shows it's time to take a look. Where do you or someone else fall on the scale between healthy self-love and clinical narcissism? And what are the crucial differences? Quick preface. I am not a doctor or therapist. In this respect, the purpose of this video is not to clarify whether a narcissistic personality disorder is present. This is a professional matter and requires a professional diagnosis. This video is based solely on my literature research and serves solely to clarify differences and show tendencies regarding where one might fall on the continuum between healthy self-love and pathological narcissism. Perhaps it will help you with self-reflection and provide you with a few aha moments. So get ready to find out where you or others might fall on the self-love versus narcissism scale. First, the good news. A certain degree of narcissism is completely normal and even helpful. Everyone has some form of narcissistic trait within them. These traits range from healthy, constructive forms, known as adaptive narcissism, to the pathological form, known as pathological narcissism. A little bit of narcissism, the adaptive, healthy part, is part of a strong, self-confident personality. Adaptive narcissism helps you to be courageous, seize opportunities, pursue goals, and stand up for yourself without belittling others. Self-love, therefore, does not lie outside of narcissism, but overlaps with the healthy aspects. At the same time, self-love is very different from the unhealthy aspects known as pathological narcissism. Pathological narcissism, in the sense of narcissistic personality disorder, refers to a profound personality pattern characterized by an exaggerated need for admiration, a lack of empathy, and a grandiose self-image. People with narcissistic personality disorder tend to exaggerate their own importance, react sensitively to criticism, and often exploit interpersonal relationships for their own ends. Behind the sometimes boastful appearances of a pathological narcissist often lies a fragile sense of self-worth that can only be sustained by external validation. Pathological narcissism means you constantly need admiration, like others need air. And criticism? It's completely unacceptable. Then you react with either anger or offense. This is no longer about healthy self-confidence, but rather about a fragile ego that only maintains stability through perceived superiority. Below, I list 5 characteristic traits of healthy self-love and pathological narcissism. This comparison highlights some of the key differences, but is only a small excerpt from a complex spectrum of behavioral and personality traits in both areas. Let's start with 5 characteristics of healthy self-love. First, self-acceptance. You acknowledge both your strengths and weaknesses without judging yourself. You have a healthy self-esteem, and your inner voice says, "I'm okay, even if no one's clapping." Second, empathy. You take the feelings and needs of others seriously and respect boundaries. Third, realistic self-image. Your self-worth is based on realistic assessments and not on idealized fantasies. Praise is nice, but not a must. Fourth, taking responsibility. You take ownership of your actions and seek constructive solutions when mistakes are made. Fifth, growth mindset. You are willing to learn from feedback and develop personally. Constructive criticism is seen as an opportunity for growth. And now for 5 signs of pathological narcissism, when they are all present together in a person's behavior. First, exaggerated sense of grandiosity. You constantly consider yourself better or more important than others. Second, lack of empathy. Little or no genuine empathy. The feelings and needs of those around you are usually ignored. Third, need for admiration. You constantly demand external praise and validation to stabilize your self-esteem. Without praise, you feel worthless. I must be admired. If you don't clap, I'm nothing. Fourth, exploitative behavior. You exploit others to achieve your own goals, regardless of their harm. Fifth, sensitivity to criticism. Even the slightest criticism triggers defensiveness, anger, or devaluation of the other person. Criticism is viewed as a personal attack. Conclusion: self-love is calm. Pathological narcissism screams. A key difference lies in whether your self-esteem comes from within or whether it needs to be constantly fed from outside. You can love yourself, be proud of yourself, be ambitious, without being pathologically narcissistic.